I'm going to take this baton from you because of what you just said. I think it's brilliant. I will take Jalen Hurts over Dak. I don't think Jalen Hurts has ever been the reason his team has won a playoff game. He's never been the reason his team has won a playoff game. But Dak has been the reason his team has lost playoff games. Dak is just very even, steady Eddie.
Are we talking to player or are we talking to team success?
The player.
But he played for Aaron Rodgers, though, so I get why he thinks like that.
Bro, you keep throwing 12 out there.
Regular season quarterbacks, I think they're comparable. Dak's probably a little bit more consistent in the regular season. You know what you're going to get. Hurts' ceiling is higher, but his floor is lower.
Everyone's talking about what Dak did last year, as if Jalen didn't have the year before that.
You know, James, why you seem stressed?
Nothing can take away what Dak does during the regular season. He is a good to great regular season quarterback.
Because Dak wins.
What are we playing for? What are we playing for? Are we playing for like
all
skills?
I'm saying is Dak.
It's like a participation trophy. We know that Dak is basically the same as Jalen Hurts during the regular season. And when he gets to the postseason,
here we go again, Cowboys Nation. They gotta talk crap, but y'all know I'm here to call them out. So won't you rock with your boy, get something to drink, and make sure that you get your popcorn ready. Hit that intro.
How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboy Nation and angry Cowboy fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, bringing y'all my raw and uncut about the continued hatred on Speak for our Dallas Cowboys. So if you're DC for life and want to help cheer on the Dallas Cowboys through the 2024 season and beyond, drop a like on the video, share this content, and please subscribe to the channel. The hatred for Dak Prescott doesn't stop over on Speak, y'all. On yesterday's segment, Emmanuel Acho, James Jones, and the McCoy family discussed Cam Newton's comments on taking Dak Prescott over Jalen Hurts. The tension became so thick that you could cut it with a knife, but you know that your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan, is going to point it all out. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. And I promise you, you're not going to want to miss this. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's start off by listening to the ramblings of a fan who gives out participation awards in Shady McCoy. Take it over, Shady.
How can I word this? Respectfully.
Respectfully.
People say that, you know it's about to be bad. Respectfully. I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is better.
And I know Dak Prescott had a All-Pro year, right? MVP type of candidate year. I get that, but let's just break everything down for a second, right? So I look at a guy like Jalen Hurts, who I don't really know his true ceiling. I've seen a little bit of it, right, in the Super Bowl. In his 3rd year, I've seen him get better each year, over and over again. 2nd-round pick, they know what we had in Philadelphia. He keeps winning and getting better and better and better. His best attribute is a winner. So I look at a guy like Dak Prescott, would you say his best year was in his 8th year?
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
Okay, so his best year was in his 8th year, and they don't even get to a conference game.
Wow.
Matter of fact, they don't even win a playoff game. So as much as we don't talk about the attributes of the passing yards, you know, how they look, the feet work, this and the third, X's and O's, maybe some of that goes to Dak. I can't hate on that because Dak plays really well in the regular season. But to make a quarterback, I think for me, winning is a quarterback stat. And the best thing that Jalen Hurts does best, it might not be always throwing, it might be always running, is winning games. He's going to win games.
Come on, Cowboys Nation. What do we think Shady McCoy was going to say? I mean, we could have honestly skipped over that entire monologue and then we knew what was going to come out at the end. Absolutely nothing. No substance, no knowledge. As a matter of fact, he got Dak Prescott's stats wrong by saying he hasn't won a playoff game. Shady, I know you said that you hate math, but 2 and 5 is winning a playoff game the last time that I checked. Moving quickly along because I truly want to get to this Raw and Uncut. James comes in and just wipes the floor, asks the question that needed to be asked about Jalen Hurts and why these guys think that he is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. So we're going to take a listen to what James had to say and then come back and talk about it. Take it away, James.
There's nothing that Jalen Hurts does better than Dak Prescott at the quarterback spot but the read option. He don't throw better than him. He don't throw with anticipation better than him. I mean, this dude was 5,000 yards last year, led the NFL in touchdowns pass. There's nothing Jalen Hurts except running the read option and maybe the tush push that he does better than Dak Prescott. And I like Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts is going to be a really good quarterback in this league. But Dak Prescott, at this point right now in the National Football League, does everything better than Jalen Hurts at that quarterback spot.
Does he win better?
Is it a team goal or are we talking about a quarterback? Because I put winning on the team because you need defenses and all that to win. So I don't necessarily just put that on the quarterback.
Elevate a little bit of that remove some of that. So we tell them the quarterbacks don't get judged on their.
You talking about just in the playoffs?
Quarterbacks don't get judged on their wins and what they do in the playoffs and all that. I'm just asking. This ain't no running back, no wide receivers.
Not when you ask me.
This ain't no deep back or no linebacker. We talk about the quarterback.
Maybe somebody else, but not when you asking me who's the better player.
You know what it is, though, Joy? I learned it about James Jones.
You learned, Shady? I'm interested.
Because we became good friends on this show. And I learned that
it's been good to see.
He loves a guy like Aaron Rodgers. I couldn't figure out why. And I know why. He likes this how it looks. He don't care about the results. He don't care if you play 20-something years, and get all this hype, you win in the regular season to the postseason. We can't find that quarterback we've been seeing all year. Yeah. So when I look at James, it's like, now I understand you now.
Yeah, that's cool. Right? You can understand me. Number one, Dak Prescott don't even look like Aaron Rodgers, so let's get that out the way.
Off the two guys,
but he looks way better than Jalen Hurts at the quarterback spot. And that's what the MVP and Cam Newton is talking about. At the quarterback spot, when we're talking about how you play throwing this football, a guy that has won the division last year, won 12 games. And yes, you could talk about him, what he's done in the playoffs, but what he has done and winning in the regular season and how he plays the quarterback position, there's nothing that Jalen Hurts does better than Dak Prescott unless it's the read option. Go ahead, George. That is it.
Point blank, period, Cowboys Nation. There is absolutely nothing in the scope of being a traditional quarterback that Jalen Hurts has over Dak Prescott. The only thing Jalen does is run the football better. Passing, pocket presence, passing yards, play action. There is nothing Jalen Hurts has done better than Dak Prescott, and James Jones laid it out perfectly. You could tell that all three of them hated what James had to say. Shady started throwing darts and just throwing disrespect towards James. That's crazy. Joy came to a man's aid with her loud, obnoxious voice, and Emmanuel Acho throws the gotcha questions. I couldn't believe it. He shocked me. I was like, wow, Acho, you really did that? The point still remains, though. Jalen Hurts is not a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. He does not play the quarterback position better. Jumping into the third clip that I got for you. Joy Taylor comes in and plays all neutral and does a terrible job at it. She can't hide her Captain Save-A-Joe mentality when it comes to Shady. So we're going to take a listen and come back and unpack my Raw and Uncut. So, Cowboys Nation, let's go ahead and take a listen to the third clip.
I disagree with Cam, respectfully.
And James.
And if you want to take Dak, that's fine. Statistically, and stats don't tell the whole story, but when it does tell some of the story. They're kind of the same player during the regular season. Dak has played for longer, so let's just talk about since Jalen has become a starter, right? I feel like that's reasonable. That's a reasonable place to start. So Dak's won 31 games. Hurts has won 33. Both have lost the same amount of games. So 31-14, 33-14. Okay, that's a wash. 275 yards per game, 273 yards per game. Okay, about the same. Touchdown interception, Dak 100, 34. Hurts 99, 30. About the same.
Total touchdowns.
Total touchdowns, yeah. Total touchdowns, interceptions 134, 99, 30. About the same. Games with 300-plus total yards. Hurts has 19, Dak has 15. So Hurts does have a couple more of them things. So then they're the same player, right? They win games during the regular season. They got good teams around them. Jalen had a great defense. Dak had a great defense. They got good coaches. They got options. They got special teams players. They got defensive players. They got wide receivers, tight ends, offensive linemen? Like, what's really different between these two teams?
Jeez, bro. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Y'all ready for my Raw and Uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Cowboys Nation, if you didn't think that Speak was a program that hated on the Dallas Cowboys and the quarterback, this segment should show you that that's all it is. If you're a Dallas Cowboy fan and you're relying on Speak to get your objective analysis about your team, I would highly advise that you stop watching them and rely on your Cowboy content creators. Segments like this sows doubt in Cowboys Nation's minds. Segments like this will feed you cherry-picked stats and then try to diminish a person's accomplishments. Case in point, Joy Taylor. First and foremost, she started her portion of the segment by saying stats shouldn't mean anything, but then goes into comparing Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott's stats since Hurts has been in the league. Guess what, Angry Cowboys fans? I have that comparison right here. Let's take a look at it. So, Joy compared them from the 2020 season until the 2023 season. This comparison is so disingenuous, but let's go down this rabbit hole. See, Joy, you may have forgotten why you were gathering your stats and everything, but did you forget that Dak Prescott had a season-ending injury October of 2020? The comparison shows Jalen Hurts played 12 more games than Dak Prescott, yet and still their win-loss records are almost the same. In all quarterback metrics, Dak Prescott leads Jalen Hurts. There is no, there's the same because this fits your Dak-hating narrative. Completion percentage, passing yards, yards per attempt, yards per game, passing touchdowns, quarterback rating, Dak Prescott outshines Jalen Hurts. We can take it one step further. How about we compare from spaces of 2021 to 2023? Every quarterback metric in comparison goes to Dak Prescott. Yes, even interceptions. But how about comparing just last year? Absolutely zero comparison there, Cowboys Nation. Dak Prescott has beaten Jalen Hurts on every single quarterback metric last year. The only thing that the Jalen Hurts stands can say is that Jalen Hurts is a better runner of the football than Dak, and I wouldn't be able to argue with that. But as far as doing what a traditional quarterback does, there is no comparison, Cowboys Nation. There is no comparison, Eagles fans, as much as y'all want it to be. But Angry Cowboys fans, I saw a level of disrespect for James Jones that was kin to what Skip Bayless did to Shannon Sharp on Undisputed. Shady got up there and degraded Aaron Rodgers, the man that's responsible for James Jones having a Super Bowl ring. A man that has been league MVP 4 times running, saying he doesn't like winning because he feels a quarterback is talented. I guess they don't seem to understand the concept of winning and how you need more than one person to win a game of football. Football is the ultimate team sport. And it's sad because you have ex-football players on that panel. You have a woman who I assume played sports in high school. This isn't golf. This isn't a one-on-one game of 21. This is the National Football League. Y'all are commenting on a sport that sees 11 men take that field on one side of the ball. Did the bright lights of the set give you all amnesia? This is what happens when you take your fandom to the workplace and start talking about a rival team. This is what happens when your workplace relationship starts to show in front of the cameras. Speak is an unbiased football analysis. It's a cesspool of misinformation and disinformation in order to make them sound like they know what they're talking about. To the untrained eye, it works. They taint the casual football player with this crap, and those fans start parroting what they hear Joy and Shady talking about. And yes, you too, Acho. I can't leave you out of this work because I looked at you like a moderator. I looked at you like someone that was keeping it all together, that didn't pick sides, the one that kept the train on the tracks. Now I know better. If Shady gets a little loud, you get intimidated and start siding with him. If Joy starts to roll her eyes, you side with her. It's not about true analysis. It's about the yelling, the back and forth for the clicks and the ratings. This is why y'all have to have the topics of the Dallas Cowboys on your show, because it wouldn't exist without it. You have to have nonsensical arguments because that's what drives up engagement. There is no way in hell that a person who knows football would side with any of you on this topic. Let's substitute Joy Taylor and Shady McCoy with Dave Hellman and TJ Houshmandzadeh, and I bet you my truck Acho would have a completely different take on this. Speak is going to hell in a handbasket, Cowboys Nation. What used to be a good, informative show has turned into a First Take ripoff. An undisputed ripoff. People yelling back and forth at each other over dumbass topics. James Jones, I feel sorry for you, fam. I bet he gotta hype himself up every time before he walks into that studio to go to work. I bet James Jones has to prepare himself for the stupidity he's about to encounter every single day before he walks onto that set. James, you are a better man than I am. There is no way that I could work every day and be dumbed down by 3 sycophants posting as sports analyst. The money must be amazing to have to put up with such a clown show, James Jones. Man, I wish you could get paired up with another person to start your own show, because Speak ain't a good look for you, bro. Especially if you want to be looked at as a real analyst. This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. I hope you didn't lose a lot of brain cells watching that segment. I hope you didn't have to dumb yourself down in order to stomach it, you know what I'm saying? But, as always, we can always have an adult conversation in the comments section. But if you're digging the content and want to help get it out to even more Dallas Cowboy fans, drop a like on the video and share this content with your friends who are Cowboys fans. If you are DC for life and you wish this show would make 2 substitutions, one for Shady and one for Joy, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I go live, release a video, or a podcast episode. Until Shady learns how to do his homework and prepare for a segment, until Joy stops agreeing with everything her workplace man says, this show is never going to be one of substance. It's going to be filled with nothing but useless banter orchestrated by a guy who flip-flops more than Birkenstocks. James Jones, get out while you can. There's no reason a good person should have to go through so much bullshit for a paycheck. This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys Fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.